Reek, I heard you say you got tits.
Yeah, I do. I was looking at him. I was looking at him in the camera. I was like, God dang, these joints got some D's up here.
No, that would mean they bigger than mine. No.
Yeah, God dang.
There we go. There we live.
I had to sit up here like
At
this.
first, I wasn't doing the live joint right, but I got the joint straight, man. Let's get it.
Little Janet Jackson out there.
We're good.
What up? What up?
We back in the building, man. What's good with y'all? Oh, so I was on vacation last week. Y'all see, I ain't really post nothing like that. I just took a whole little break. I went to Disney World, which was
wow. And y'all ain't take me.
I know I haven't been in so long, but I ain't gonna lie. It was dope. It was good, but we did something every single day for those 7 days, and it seemed like almost from sun up to sundown. So
yeah, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, it was a lot, but it was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know I still haven't been there before.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good experience. Man, I'm gonna tell you this: if my sister ain't worked for Disney, and we didn't have the free tickets, then we wouldn't have went. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit expensive, and then even for like Universal, that shit costs like $200 something per ticket.
Yeah.
Then to get the fast pass, it's another $2 something, and they say if you don't get the fast pass Universal, you in line for 3 hours for each ride. So it's like,
God damn.
No, it depends if you were on for 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, you know. And then we had the fast pass for some of the rides at Magic Kingdom and all that. So that shit was dope, though, man. I needed to get away. I ain't even gonna bullshit, man. I need to get away like shit, man. So I'm a little revamped, a little refreshed. Welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. This is episode 130, and the title of this episode is Mount Rushmore. I'm your host. I go by E1. We got T Streets in the building. We got Miss Danya in the building.
First lady.
And we got Reek in the building.
What up? What up?
I don't know where Trey is, but I'm gonna give us a round of applause, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he at, but I'm gonna give us a round of applause.
I'm gonna find his ass.
What?
Yeah, give him a fine.
Yeah, he gonna get the fine because he didn't even, at a job, you supposed at least that he AWOL. That's what they call. That's what they call AWOL.
Know, right?
He went AWOL, man. You know he got
this termination.
Well, I give him. I'm gonna give him a verbal, and then we're gonna go with the write-up joint, and then after that.
You a good ass boss, man. That just happened about nigga, you fired.
So y'all know how we do. We always start off with some sports, and we got some sports to talk about this week, man. What's going on, T Streets?
Yeah, we got some NBA playoffs has started. My team, Denver Nuggets. So we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about the Knicks, which is Trey Fernando's team, and we're gonna talk about them Lakers, which is the Lakers team for some reason. Woo! So first off, Denver and Clippers are playing in the West, 4 versus 5 seed. They are currently tied 1-1 in the best of 7. So Kawhi looks good. I don't know. Kawhi looks really good.
Nah, he is, dog. He hooping like I don't know how long it lasts, but he hooping like when he was with Toronto and they won the chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going with my guys. I'm gonna go with my guys. I'm sticking with them. But I'm looking at another team that, I might switch team. I don't know. Let's go to this Detroit Pistons.
I like Detroit, man. I like Detroit, man.
Detroit.
I like Detroit, bro.
I like Detroit. Detroit look good. Their series tied 1-1 right now. Looking like it could go either way. Truthfully, if Detroit should be up 2-0. They kind of blew the fourth quarter in the first game.
Yeah, they did.
But Detroit looking good. And on to y'all pick for champions for some reason. The Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves, they are 1-1 in their best of 7 series right now.
Yeah.
Minnesota came out and started it by spanking the Lakers. Lakers got their get back in game 2. So we'll see what goes on from there.
Yeah, send them Bama's packing.
You know what? But I watched my first game of the year, that Detroit and Knicks game 2.
Hey,
I watched that shit. I was like, oh.
Hey, K Cunningham, all right though, ain't he?
Yeah, he's smooth. He's smooth.
He's vicious.
He's smooth though. He got that like fuck all that extra dribble shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get to his spot. You know, and it's like he don't. It's like he play at his pace. You're not gonna really rush him. I love when players can do that where you getting pressured, but you still play at your pace. That take a talent, man, without getting frustrated. He a beast, man.
And it took him a little.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it took him a little bit of time to figure out his game, but he did it. I think he's perfected it right now. At this point.
Hell yeah.
He's unstoppable right now. He reminds me a little bit, just a little bit of Grant Hill, just a little bit. It just took him a little longer to get going. Grant Hill was right off as soon as he came in. He was a superstar.
Yeah. And then you gotta realize too, they don't pay attention to Detroit like that. So when you watch TNT and ESPN, they show the same fucking teams, dog. So they been hooping, but they don't get no prime time spot on TV for you to really see, man. And Dennis Schroeder, I know he fucked up with his contract, but he can play too, man. They got a nice little squad.
Nice little squad. Yeah,
I kind of like them. You know, Denver don't get their shit together.
You might have to move on.
Might be moving on.
Hey, look, they already fired the coach, T.
So, I know. We still got to figure that out. But that's our sports news for the most part.
Well, we're going to get right into it then. We're going to talk about the hottest topic, what seems like the hottest topic right now to me, and that's Shannon Sharpe. Once again, Shannon Sharpe is in the news because Shannon Sharpe decided to me, which was a bad decision. He was dealing with this 19-year-old, or at the time she was 19. They say they met at the gym. She is like an OnlyFans girl, and they've had a 2-year relationship. And it seems like a relationship where they into that kinky shit, you know what I mean? And she's now accusing him of rape, and she's suing him for $50 million.
50 mil.
There's audio. So the guy who's the lawyer is a guy named Busby.
Yeah, same lawyer. Try to go out to Jay-Z.
And actually is getting sued back, I think, right now for that. You know what I'm saying? So he's known to target black, I guess, celebrities with money. And so what Shannon Sharpe wanted to do nowadays is best for you to like get on top of the situation. When something happens, it's like you attack it. You can't really run from it because of social media. So it's like now when stuff happen to people, you got to get on and say, hey, look, y'all, this is what the fuck going on. When back in the day, you wouldn't say nothing, but you had to put yourself in front of it. So Shannon Sharpe had actually made a clip that I'm going to play first of what he did him addressing everybody when this first happened.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
You don't love us, nigga. It's like, nah.
Why is it so performative, though?
You don't love us, motherfucker. It's like, but no. What I want to ask y'all. So my first question is this. The first question that I have is, how do you all feel about a man that's in his 50s messing with a girl who's 19 or 20?
It's nasty.
It could be looked at.
It's nasty. Just go ahead and say
What
it.
you say,
Yeah.
man? She
Yeah,
don't understand, do she? Say, dog.
I mean, maybe it does something to stroke his ego to say, okay, yeah, somebody young like that want me, but it's nasty. Like, come on,
but
for real.
there are also women out there who like older men.
But we ain't talking about women that like older men right now. We talking about his old age.
It don't matter. It go both ways. It go both ways. But as a 50, 60-year-old man, come on, dog. You should know better. Especially with some 19-year-old, and I don't even want to go in this direction, but little white girl, man, look, go ahead, get you a nice mama, grandma your age.
You don't need to do that.
And he's got enough money to where he can find a bad grandma his age.
He don't need to do that. He can get him a late 20s, early 30s.
20s, exactly.
Late 20s, that would make more sense. You know, that would definitely make more sense to get like a late 20-year-old or 30-year-old. They still have
that too.
You know what I'm saying? That youngness about them, that youthness about them. But a 19-year-old, you're old enough to be this girl's granddaddy.
So this what I say, right? I feel like that. All right. So there's two separate things, right? We all know that it's legal, right? Now, just because it's legal doesn't make it moral. So I'm not really judging him because it's legal. Me personally, I don't think I can have a conversation with a girl that age after 3 seconds. I mean, it's just crazy to me, right? Yeah. But everybody's different. It's not illegal. But what I will say is I just don't know what it is. See, I don't know what it feels like to be famous, to have money, and to feel powerful like that. Because it seems like the things that these guys do sometimes, it seems like common sense that you wouldn't do it. But but time and time again, they still do it. So I don't know if it's the fame bug. I don't know if it's the power. I don't know what it is. But if you deal with somebody that's 19, you got to know, man, that she'll tell her friends. I mean, we talk about a 19-year-old.
I'm telling you right now, I would be having everybody do some NDAs because
yeah, that too.
Ain't no way you about to throw me up under the bus.
I will say this. I don't think he has a thing for young girls because he was on Nicole Murphy for a minute. So I think it just happened the way it happened.
He's just a freak.
Yeah, he is a freak.
Sure. He's just a freak. I think he likes the attention. You know what I'm saying? And most older men like the dominant role, being able to be in control role, being able to, it's the act of being wanted, or being needed. So I think in his case with that, it's like she probably looked at him like she idolized him for who he was. And most women our age or above is just like, you're just a normal dude. Like,
but
she saw that nigga in the gym. She saw him in the gym.
Yeah.
She was like, shoot, though. I'm just trying to figure
he lifted his shirt up. He lifted his shirt up. She was like, oh, wow. That's what it was. She saw him in the gym. She said, hey, I do OnlyFans. He said, bet, I'm with it.
And then my thing is, I don't know, it's just like you gotta move smarter. You're on the phone. You're on the phone. No, you're on the phone with a 19-year-old knowing, and the way she's even talking to you, she's talking. So yeah, I mean, like it sounds crazy. You just falling forward about, I'm gonna choke the shit out you when I see you. No, I mean, god damn, you gotta be that.
You can't go out for drinks with this chick, man.
Yeah, like I mean, come on, man.
Like you can't even go out for you, right, Rick? See, that's nasty.
You gotta be I think you gotta move a little smarter than that, man. And so though I don't think that he raped her at the same time, like people saying, I don't really feel bad. I mean, it's just you made a obvious common sense choice, and and then the thing about Shannon Sharpe, you're on TV every day on multiple shows talking about people, so that make motherfuckers say that's almost like, I'm not saying he's a man, Wendy Williams, but I'm just saying he's in a position to be super opinionated.
Yeah.
Super opinionated person. That make some people don't fuck with you. That makes people be like, you know what, I got something for his ass. And they do shit like that. Matter of fact, Candace Owens he talked shit about Candace Owens, and when she got fired from, I forgot whatever show she had, but when she lost that show, he was kind of talking shit on his part about it. And so Candace Owens just made a post saying like, "My, how the tables turn. I remember you talking shit about me, but look what's happening to you." And she was fair about it because she was saying like, I don't believe that he raped the girl or everything like that, but at the same time, you got to move smarter, man. There's no excuse for that shit. And ESPN, they might not keep backing you up and keep backing you up. And the Club Shay Shay may be your own shit, so you don't have to worry about probably that. But the ESPN, they might say, man, it's too much, man. Like, have your personal life, but goddamn, nigga, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, don't let your personal life become public. Like, shouldn't nobody know what you got going on in your bedroom via somebody else?
Yeah, you're right, T. He do got negotiations
coming up. Yeah, he's rumored $100 million contract that's floating around there. So, he messing up the money. You gotta move smarter. NDAs, get the NDAs, like you said, Donnie. Control your freak. You gotta control your freak.
You got to, man. I mean, damn. I mean, you can't.
At that age, like Tata said, he's sugar daddy material.
For sure.
Like, sign the NDA. Look, I'll do this. I'll give you this amount of money, and just call it. You know what I'm saying? What it is.
And you gotta step the age up a little bit, man.
Yeah, age up, bro.
19 too young.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if she's a white girl. Just step the age up.
Yeah, step the age up. I mean, like I say, it seemed like at any age, women be going for that bag and trying to say you did this and that. But it just looks, it's just way worse when they're young like that. You know what I'm saying? When you go in front of a jury, it's easy to say that she not.
You're on mute, E. You're on mute.
Nah, I think something happened to the mic. Oh yeah, he is on mute. Yeah,
I'm back. Yeah,
you're back.
It does this sometimes automatically. Last time I didn't know how to fix it, but I know how to go in. Sometimes what happens is it'll switch my mic to the mic on my Pro Tools or shit like that, and I'm thinking that I'm mute, so I got that. I got something for you, stream y'all. Y'all keep doing that shit. So that's that with the Shannon Sharpe shit. It's gonna be more to come, more for us to talk about because he's gonna end up having to go to court, and who knows. Yep. He's saying that a video is getting ready to leak of 30 seconds or 10 seconds of him probably choking her out and saying, talking all type of nasty shit to her. And he wants the lawyer to
just need to calm down, man. Put the penis away at this point. Like, let it go.
Skip release 10-minute video. Skip. He want that 10-minute video out.
That man was.
So I don't know. So we're gonna shift gears a little bit. And this story right here, and y'all let me know if I go mute again. This story right here is it says former Southern University football player accused of burglary in Tulsa and assault in Tulsa. It says former Southern University football player Quadarius Davis was arrested in Tulsa, accused of burglary and domestic assault at an apartment near 93rd and Amingo. It says a former college player is facing charges at the Tulsa police. Said he broke into a woman's apartment, strangled her, and stole from the unit. Officers arrested Quadavius and he was a wide receiver at Southern University following the incident on April 12, 2025, near 93rd Street and South Mingo Road. According to police, the incident was caught on camera. So he but you know what? This story, I hate to skip. But this story, we didn't parlay last week, so I forgot to talk about this. There was an LSU player while we talking about it who was, I can't think of his name. I don't know if y'all know his name off the top, but he was a good wide receiver. Yes.
Lacey or something like that.
And he ended up killing himself because I don't know the reason, but I know he was involved in the hit and run and he had to go to court for it. But we'll touch on that, but because we can get into suicide. It was a sad story, and I hate to talk about another black college student that's still in the doing burglary and shit. But I bring it up and I read it just to say that when you're young, you make all type of mistakes and do all type of things. When you a college student, you would think that wouldn't happen because they're focused and stuff, But
apparently, this dude was on a break from the team. He was.
Oh, so he wasn't really okay.
Yeah, because he didn't got into some other trouble.
Yeah, he wasn't getting that NIL deal. That was it NIL?
Yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't getting that money, so he had to go in somebody's house and rob.
Yeah, but what he did to that young lady is horrible.
Now, y'all remember when well, I know everybody remembers this. So y'all know Carmelo Anthony. This is the guy who was the kid or young adult who stabbed someone at a track meet, and it's been all over the news. Carmelo is black, and the guy that he stabbed is white, and he has to have his day in court. It hasn't been established if this was self-defense or what happened, right? So he ended up getting bailed out. He was able to obtain bail, and so
they reduced it from that 100 million,
to
a respectable price.
So he got out, and now you know how that go. I'm sure he getting all type of death threats. So this is from Yahoo News, and it said that he was forced to evacuate his home over harassment. So it says reps for Carmelo Anthony, the high schooler accused of killing Austin Metcalf at the track meet earlier this month, said that he has been forced to evacuate his Texas home over repeated instances of harassment. Next Generation Action Network, which has been helping Anthony in his murder case since his April 2nd arrest, claimed Monday the 17-year-old is now in an undisclosed location after he and his family have been targets of death threats, continued harassment, and physical intimidation. In announcing Anthony's move, the NGAN officials shared some videos and pictures they saw to show the disturbances of the families, of them getting disturbed and people knocking on their door, ringing their doorbell and shit like that. What do y'all think about? Is that something that y'all figure would happen, or what y'all think about him going through that?
It's absolutely going to happen. Since they made it racial, this is what comes with it, unfortunately.
And it's Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like, it's definitely, since it's made out of pure race, that I expected it.
Yeah, you gotta roll out.
Yeah, and
gotta get out of there.
I mean, that's the best option at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because there were a lot of narratives that went out in regards to this story. Now it's coming out that it wasn't even a knife that he used. It was supposedly like a cleat sharpener.
Oh, really?
Something to that magnitude. So it's so many stories that has been told, and people has formed their own decisions.
And I'm sure some footage they not probably releasing all these cell phones. Somebody got something.
Somebody has something
to show it. But in terms of him having to leave, I think that's an automatic. Because social media gonna blast your shit.
Oh yeah,
and you really got crazy people, man.
Yeah, and especially in Texas, open carry, baby.
Yeah, and
I think we got somebody in the waiting room.
Oh,
I think we got somebody in the waiting room.
Oh Lord.
Somebody texted me, say they
who that is?
Oh, hold on. Oh, they got him at the bottom.
Who that is?
They got his screen blocked. Let me see if I remove this. Hold up, y'all. They got my man. Hold on.
Who that is?
Okay, there you go. No, we don't pod like that. Hold on. We don't pod going coming home. Like, nah.
Hey, really? Super dad. Hey, this is how it is when I'm a successful super dad, single dad. You understand?
Hey, don't say that shit.
I'm out here. Huh?
Oh, don't say that shit on here. Get your ass.
My bad, y'all, man. I got basketball games. I got dance routines. We doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when AWOL,
y'all doing a great job.
Yeah, you went AWOL. I put in a petition for you to be fired.
Yeah, Danya wants you to get in that ghost, man. I tried to. I told her I could give you a verbal.
Hey, I had a real funny something to say, but I ain't gonna say it on the show. But go ahead. Go ahead, man. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Reek, I don't know if you got this pulled up, but this is from The Guardian about, I didn't know if you wanted to do this one about the stock markets on the rise.
Yeah, I got it pulled up now.
Okay.
So after weeks of tough talk on trade from the White House, Officials have rattled investors, and Trump now appears to be softening his tone. The president told reporters in Washington on Tuesday, he planned to be very nice to China. So this the article is about Trump softening his tone on China, and just to finish up the rest of the article, it says in trade talks and tariffs that could drop in both countries if they could reach a deal, adding it will come down substantially, but it won't be zero. Overnight in Asia, Japan's Nikkei rose by nearly 2%. And basically it's saying all of the foreign indexes that have gone up and down because of these that are going up because he said he's going to soften his tone on China. The rally spread to Europe in early trading on Wednesday, with the UK's FTSE 100 rising index up to 1.6%, while Italian FTSE MIB rose by 1.1%. Meanwhile, U.S. stocks opened at a high on Wednesday morning, with the Dow rallying over 800 points and the NASDAQ composite up over 3%. So just this man says anything and the stock market goes down, it goes up. But I think he's feeling the pressure from China and a lot of these other people in the United States that are affected by these tariffs. So he's softening his tone, like I said.
Now, T, let me ask you, as a person who's into stocks real heavy, how do you feel about this?
I think Trump is purposely manipulating the market.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because
insider trading.
We've been going up and down since he took over. He took over, we were on a boom. And then once he started the tariff talk, everything has started to sink.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, he'll pull back on he'll say, what was it? Last month, it was a tariff. He said, well, not right now. He held up on the date that he was gonna put it into act. And he said, not right now. And the market went up. And then once he levied the tariffs, market came back down. So right now, go ahead.
No, go ahead, T. Finish what you're saying, bro.
Right now, his stance on China with him softening is making the markets go back up because we get majority of our stuff from China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So everything is going up right now. Like Tesla, y'all told me it wouldn't rebound. It was rebounding. Now I don't think this is going to last because he's going to continue to threaten people with tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to continue to do other things that's going to get people to go against him, and it's going to cause the market to go down.
Right.
But as of right now, hey, this is great. Let's rally some more. I can free up some more cash, so when you drop the market again, I can buy low.
Yeah.
So I'm in favor of it.
True.
Yeah, I think that it's all theater, and it's a way for him to get people paid quick. And it's a way that they've been doing a lot of insider trading. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, her ass, she caked up when the market came back up, but they were saying that she was told when to buy, right? And so people that were close to Trump invested in certain stocks that all of a sudden boom, and they caked up off of like the tips, like the same thing that Martha Stewart went to jail for, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
They had a picture of Trump in the Oval Office, and he had, I guess, 4 people behind him. And this is, I'm pretty sure y'all remember this when the stocks went down and they went back up. He was like, "These are my billionaire friends over here. He made more billions."
Yeah, he definitely did. He was on a lot of boasting.
Yeah, so
that's all it is, bro.
He's doing it right in front of your face, and nobody's doing anything about it.
So that's that with the stocks and Trump. That's with how it's going with him. That's always going to be continued.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as he keep on doing what he doing, I'm gonna be straight.
Oh, you gonna be okay? Well,
I will be.
That's positive.
You're on the dark side now. Johnny's on the dark side.
Okay.
How you, you gotta let me know how you gonna be straight off of this dude doing this.
I don't know how you gonna be straight, but all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you say so, you know what I mean. Now, this right here is some crazy shit that I'm about to get into, and this is from TMZ. Kanye West. Oh, he said, "White." So he has a song called "Cousins," I think, which I've never heard it. I don't know if it's out, if it's on a CD. I don't know. So it says, "White Lotus got nothing on me. I had sex with my male cousin as a teen." So Kanye West is claiming.
This your boy E. I mean, this your boy Reek. This your boy.
I already told y'all.
Hey,
hold up, E.
That's Rick Boy.
Hey, look.
That's Rick Boy.
I got a list of people I packed up in 2025.
You did.
Kanye is one of them. I packed last up, he's gone.
It say Kanye is claiming he and now incarcerated male cousin sexually experimented with each other when they were kids. An experience he's turned into a new song, believing it contributed to both of their dark path. The song is called "Cousins," about my cousin that's locked up in jail for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we couldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet was different. My name is Jay, and I sucked my cousin's joint till I was 14. That's crazy. Debuting his new grungy song called "Cousins" on Monday. So the song is out?
I guess so.
Or next Monday, I don't know.
Okay, so Ye sings about stumbling upon adult magazines as a kid, and it's out because I see it right here. So I haven't listened to it. It's called "Cousin."
You gonna listen to that, John?
I doubt it. Right. Now, if I'm scrolling and it's on, then you know what I'm saying, whatever. But my question to you guys is this publicity or did this really happen?
I'm pretty sure it really happened. But there was an episode of what is it? Club Shay Shay, and Damon Wayans was on it. And Shannon Sharpe asked Damon Wayans about Kanye West. And Damon Wayans had the best example of who Kanye West is. He's a homeless person yelling on the side of the street. He's lost his mind. He's homeless. And he's got like dirty ass clothes on, just like Kanye West. And he's just talking shit, saying anything. Now, it might be publicity, but it's ridiculous, man. I just wish everybody would focus on, community rather than focusing on Kanye West.
Listen, I got two things. I don't know if the fellas, I don't know if y'all remember. I told y'all years ago that Kanye's gay. He just confirmed it with me. I told you that Love Lockdown was his song, his coming out song. Love Lockdown. That give you a Love Lockdown.
So you believe it's real. You believe it's real.
I like that song.
I believe it's real.
What made you think he was gay from that song?
Listen to the lyrics, man. Just listen to the lyrics. We're not gonna do a lyrical breakdown right now. Just listen to the lyrics.
Now I gotta go listen to the song now.
Yeah. So I gotta go look at the lyrics and shit.
So Dahlia, is this publicity or was he really doing that to his cousin?
I mean, he probably was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things like that could happen in people's families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing that, I'm literally speechless because I'm just trying to understand why a grown ass man is putting this out there about that. And I would hate to have to be the cousin that he's talking about.
Yeah, really. He in jail. They're like, oh, so you did? So you fuck my man's what the how would that even play out
that shit crazy. So
see a falling star, man. It's sad to see Kanye fall this way. This is an attention grab at some point.
For sure.
Yeah, in some regards, it's an attention grab.
Man, this is 100% an attention grab. When you do this and then put a song out, it's attention that I don't know why he feels like at this point in his career. I don't know why he feels like he has to do this for people to listen to his music. I mean, like at the end of the day, if he's never made another song, he had a great career. Most careers early on, you only got 2 albums.
He doesn't have to do it to let people to have people to listen to his music.
Yeah, he don't. That's what I'm saying.
He's nuts. He's nuts.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This motherfucker says anything. Anything.
Man, they did to him what they did to that dude on Get Out. I promise.
I tell you what, though.
Been the same, man.
People nuts when they got fucking money, man. If he was broke, he wouldn't be nuts. If he was trying to get on, let me tell you something, man. When people trying to get on, if he was trying to get on, he wouldn't do this shit. People do shit like this when they already established, already got money, and they don't give a fuck. So sometimes I can't pass a crazy narrative to people because you're not crazy enough to have common sense. You wouldn't do this. Just like you wouldn't do this if you weren't established or if you weren't trying to get on. I don't see you doing this. But when you already have your money, when you already established, you can say fuck it.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. However, we're talking about Kanye. I think it surpassed the crazy at this point. I just think it's literally him and who he is.
I agree with what T said a couple weeks ago with him. Like, I don't even pay him any attention. He's a fucking traveling circus. He makes excuses and he rambles on about black hatred and Jewish people. Like, you feel what I mean? Like, bro, miss me with that. He lost me 6 years ago, so he's an afterthought right now. He's an afterthought.
I miss a backpack polo Kanye. Like
that shit done.
Yeah, that's over.
Now this right here, I'm interested on what you feel about this, Danya. And this is from The Cut, and this is Tracy Ellis Ross. She talks about dating younger men for their openness. So before I even read the article, I'm just gonna play you guys a little bit of what she said.
It's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. Mm-hmm. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it and I will not do it again.
I'm sorry.
No,
Craig.
I was going to say, so it's a generational thing. So it didn't matter how you met them, or is it just kind of the guys you're meeting?
That's obviously
too big of a generalization.
It's a generalization, but because I have dated men my age, there is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man around whether it's gender fluidity or not even having an issue with homosexuality. I mean, something as basic as that.
Right. So Danya, I just want to know, as a woman, can you relate to that? Do you agree with her?
I would definitely say yes. I feel like there's some truth to that. Like she said, most men who are of an older, just look at Shannon Sharpe. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, shut up and let me say.
Go ahead, finish.
Let me speak.
There you go.
You have this idea of what you want your woman to be like, how you want your relationship to be. It's already planned out for you. You just need that woman to step up in that position. And sometimes that does come off a bit toxic and narcissistic. So when she say younger men are a lot more open, That is very true. We all know the history. In my last relationship, that person was younger than me. And I promise you, I had the best time of my life in that situation. Why? Because I didn't feel so compelled to be held to a standard. I was able to be what I wanted to be and how I was able to be it, and I mean, age did not matter. Age did not play a part in any of that. It was just two people open and willing to be free and willing to, explore even some of our most, childish aspects about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Versus with older men or men my age is a little bit more structured. So I can agree to what it is that she's saying. I'm not saying that all of y'all like that, but dating most women that's my age or older, we have those same issues with men. You want it, these women have gender roles. You know what I'm saying? You want us in the kitchen, we can't talk back. We got to be this way. You know what I'm saying? You want a lady in the streets and freak in the bed type situation, but you're not willing to, accommodate us in our feelings. So yeah, I can definitely agree with what it is that she's saying. Sorry.
Trey, you had something to say?
I think that Tracy Ellis Ross, she just might not be good in relationships. Some people
That's
are
that
just
toxic
not. I mean,
masculine.
I'm just saying, like some people are not compatible. She grew up rich as shit. She like, how can for you to say that a person your age, like, how many fucking people have you dated that's your age, right? So how could you put that on? You dated men that weren't compatible to you because you said that they were controlling or whatever. That's just those particular men that you chose to date.
You have
But
the
at the
same
same at
characteristics
the
though.
same
You
time,
have the
at
same
the same
one.
time, you can't. So you're going to shun a whole generation of 52-year-old men because you messed around with a couple possessive ones. That has nothing to do with
I mean,
other men
how many
who
more
might
examples
treat
do you
her
need?
well. She that lady has probably met Mr. Right 3 times and dissed him for the people that treated her like shit.
And
That's all I'm saying. When
and
you
she
paint with a
probably
broad
has
brush,
reason.
when you paint with a broad brush, it's gonna get you boxed in. Now, if she fuck around with them little young boys, they gonna knock her down and they gonna roll because they're gonna be like, damn, she almost 60. You see
No,
what I'm
you
saying?
know
So
what?
it's cool. It's cool for the young fling, Donnie. It's cool for the fling, Donnie. But
See,
you ain't talking about the rest of the relationship. You didn't talk about the good parts. Go ahead.
you're talking about the physical aspects of it. I think what women are looking for is someone that can cater to their emotions more. And most younger people can do that versus an older guy that is already set in his ways. He's not
Did
going
you
to
just
really
say
be
most
open.
younger people can do that, Donnie? You know how
Yeah,
many people that's in their 50s that's been married for 30 years and are great men? What are we talking about? What are we
we
talking
are
about? What are we
talking
talking about?
about
You just
we
gotta choose. Y'all gotta choose better. Y'all
I
gotta
think
choose better and stop paying every 52
why
year old
is
man in a box.
I think I
why
think
is
I think
it
y'all go too deep into this.
why is it
Yeah,
that
Nah, she
it's
going too deep.
nah,
always
She keep
the
playing.
woman's
nah, Key's
fault?
right. Y'all, I mean,
Why is it that it's always the
I
woman's
ain't say
fault
it was a
in
woman's
our
fault.
choice? You say
it's
we need to choose better. If you did not
Yeah.
represent yourself
now.
in the false light, then we wouldn't choose you.
Okay.
If you
Let,
show
That's a good
yourself
point.
for who you really are, you show yourself to be a narcissist, you show yourself to be a cheater, you show yourself to do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, and we ain't got no
Hey,
say, then chances are you know you're not gonna get picked. So
hey,
therefore, what you do is you go and you imitate this, you have this whole image, and then we're the ones
can
that
you
suffer. And why? Because we know what it is that we want. We know what it is
hey,
that we going for. It's
y'all
like
see
you
how much
gotta match the shit
do
that we
y'all see
not
how much
doing.
this woman missed me? Okay. Okay then. Let's
so
go.
now,
Y'all
so
Let's
there's
So
a
go.
look,
there's a
so
little
look.
bit, there's a little
Good
bit of
job, Donnie. Good job, Donnie.
Proud of yourself.
I'm gonna
Go
bring
ahead,
it back.
Rick.
I'm gonna bring it back a little
Go
bit.
ahead, Rick.
I'm gonna bring it
All right,
back
go ahead, Rick.
because I think what the question was, is there a difference between
Yes,
older and younger men?
yes.
Um, gen, I think the influences that younger men have versus the influences that a older man may have and I'm not like as Trey said, I'm not putting a broad paintbrush on any of them, but I'm saying the influences that one generation may have versus another, it affects how they treat women, how they treat other people.
Absolutely.
Like older people may not be fond of gays, but younger people, because they were, it's normal.
Absolutely.
They're cool with having gay people around. So it is.
I don't have a problem with having gay people around.
That it's.
Well,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
I think no. So
most older men. Oh, you. They made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Yes,
y'all talking about some 75 year. Y'all talking about some 80-year-old niggas with a cigar in their mouth and a rocket chair.
Hey, look, I will always look. I cannot say this enough, and I stand behind this 100%. I will always say, and I have always said on this pod, I loved how that person loved me. Why? Because there was more emotion. It was like that was the emotional stability and the most that I've ever seen in dating.
Well, can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that because he was younger, did you feel like you had to be less accountable? No, because I still had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, I still had to show up for that person as a woman. But like I said, it was more easier because it wasn't this stipulation over who was in control and things of that nature. It was just like we were both able to be who we were. Like versus somebody that's my age is always got to come down to me looking at this person like you too old to be acting like this. You know what I'm saying? I feel
like it's crazy.
I mean,
it's a crazy difference. I can't.
Okay.
I think there's a little bit more maturity there too. Like I said, they're a little bit more open to what do you call it? Compromise.
I got you.
You know.
Okay. So who ended that relationship, Donnie? Did you end up ending it after a certain time, or it just didn't work out, or what?
What happened was the same thing.
Wait, why you smiling? Why you smiling? Why you can't look directly in the camera like you was just looking?
It was a communication thing. Whereas I started to act my age. And I got
hold on, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Go ahead.
I got stubborn. That's why I said I accused like with older men do. Some older women do too as well. So me, I got stuck in my ways. Look, I done been through a lot. I ain't going through no unnecessary.
But you just said that Dexter St. Jock was going to save all that. You just said it.
I'm gonna tell you, if I give you a warning and I say I'm not gonna chase you, that's what I mean. And I did not chase. I hung up the phone. I never called back. I blocked, controlled, or deleted that whole relationship in 1 second.
Well,
why now?
Okay. Well, I'll give it. I'll go ahead, T Street. T Street.
Let's bring it back to Tracy Ellis Ross. Now, I'm just reading between the lines of her words. She was a sophisticated, rich, intelligent, beautiful
she deserves
lady.
The best.
Okay.
She said what she said, but what she said to me is that I got all the money in the world. I just want to have fun. These old niggas on that old shit want to be mature and shit. I'm trying to be reckless.
That's probably what she said.
I mean, she said that. I'm cool with that. You see how easy she said that?
But that's probably the bottom line of what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you deal with somebody your age, I guess it is more. You did make a point. It's probably more expectation. And then as you get older, like you don't deal with the same shit you would deal with when you was younger. So the stuff that I dealt with at 20, 25, 30, when I get older, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. And so I can understand.
And she don't have
when
to.
You're older, you been set. People being more set in their ways and less compromise can come from that. So I get that. I can understand that. Now, I want to get to these Mount Rushmores. That's the title of this episode, Mount Rushmore. And the reason is because for some reason, I don't know how this shit started, but it's been all these Mount Rushmores for different categories. Now, when I say Mount Rushmore, I believe Mount Rushmore is located in I don't know, New Hampshire. I don't know where this shit located, but Mount Rushmore has what the four white guys, man. I don't know what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like four presidents. Oh no, I ain't trying to be disrespectful.
The four colonizers. The four main colonizers.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So it's like you posing that the bottom line is the Mount Rushmore be you on some goat status, I guess. You know what I mean? So that's what they do it for the different categories. So something came out and people started doing the Mount Rushmores of music, or the Mount Rushmore of R&B artists, the Mount Rushmore of comedians, the Mount Rushmore of actors. So we got a few of them.
Yeah, just a few.
All right, so so we got a few. So I guess the first one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start off with the comedy joint. So this Hot 97 did these Mount Rushmores. It seemed like anybody can do them, but we doing
a whole bunch of people did it.
Yeah, so we doing the Hot 97 ones. So the Mount Rushmore that Hot 97 has for comedians is Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, and Richard Pryor. Who agrees and who don't agree?
I agree. Like I would keep this list. I wouldn't change it.
I would take Bernie off. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't take. Hold on. Because I feel like this is a good matchup, but for some reason it's like Dave Chappelle funny to me, but it's like he's not sticking out to me.
And so I'm right there with you, Danya.
It's like, why is he in this lineup with them?
I'm taking him and Bernie off.
And I want to segue into, well, not segue, but I want to say, stick with what Danya said. Dave Chappelle, right? I think Dave Chappelle is a beast, right?
Yeah.
He's a stand-up comedic genius. But to put him on a Mount Rushmore, and this is the thing. Everybody else on here that's on the route Mount Rushmore, Bernie Mac, even though I would take him off, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, they all have done more than just been popular as stand-up comedian.
Right.
Right. What you gonna say, Trey? Go ahead.
I would say I would put Martin on there.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it's probably a tie between Red Fox.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
And but is that just black comedians, or are we just saying comedians?
Comedians, period.
Yeah. Oh, comedians, period, bro. I mean, bro, you got Robin Williams. You got people who are brilliant. You got people who are brilliant comedians.
And it's more than four.
It's a million. Of course it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Because each one of them tap into different parts of your psyche.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
It's all personal preference. Anyway,
it's all personal preference.
Yeah, and I've never seen Richard. I've never listened to a comedy special of Richard Pryor's.
I haven't.
I can't put him on my
Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
So who you putting on there, Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't put Richard Pryor up there. So Dave Chappelle is goes up there with me. Patrice O'Neal goes up there with me.
Patrice the Beast.
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy. I mean, honestly, and the worst, and this is bad, but even you could probably think about Bill Cosby.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But now, go ahead, T.
Now, if I was going to change anybody, or if I was going to add anyone, it would be Cosby. Now, going to your point of hearing Richard Pryor, like I've heard Richard, Red Fox, I've heard all the old school comedians. My mom had the CDs of these comedians in different shows, different specials. So I've heard a lot of them. So that's why, like Cosby, if I were to take Dave off the list, I would put Bill Cosby there. but I'm keeping Dave. I like Dave. Dave is my guy.
Tata said, y'all better put Cat Williams on there.
Nah.
Now, Rick, how can you put Patrice O'Neal there? Yeah. When all he did was stand up.
It's comedy, right?
Yeah, but it's the GOATs.
Huh?
It's the GOATs.
It's the GOATs. And I'm saying his content and the way his punchlines, everything, the way he set up his jokes, fantastic. It was genius. He's a genius comedian. That's why he's
Patrice,
up there. He died too early, so you really
he did.
But
he did.
The ceiling wasn't high enough for him.
It's definitely tiers. It's definitely Mount Rushmore, and then the tiers right below it.
And matter of fact, Dave Chappelle would probably say Patrice O'Neal was probably one of the funniest motherfuckers he's ever.
Patrice O'Neal would, bro. Patrice O'Neal would headline, and Chappelle will come on before Patrice O'Neal. That's how fucking funny Patrice O'Neal.
White Baby in a Keychain.
Come on, bro. What's the name of that special, Reek?
Elephant in the Room.
We was in the elephant in the room. We was laughing. We was in the hospital laughing at that shit. Y'all gotta watch Patrice O'Neal, Elephant in the Room. Y'all gotta watch that. You'll see why.
I might have to check that.
So, and he had a radio show.
So with a Mount Rushmore, I think it's tough for just to name 4 people. I think that's hard for anybody to pick, and like you say, it's personal preference, and it's like and it's like what is the, what do you call it? What are the measurements, or what is the criteria? What's the criteria?
What's the criteria?
It's like you really gotta get into that, because I mean, if you're gonna really do a real one, other than that, it's personal preference.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of dudes that Dave Chappelle can't. You know what I mean? It's some dudes that will eat Dave Chappelle lunch, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot of comedians, bro.
I feel like he got selective comedy.
I like Bill Burr. Some of
it is.
Bill Burr, funny as shit. He's fucking hilarious. I just put him on my story the other day. He's hilarious.
Bill Burr.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Burr's a beast, and he like black women, and he in his 50s. Donnie, go ahead.
We cut you off T Streets. Are you about to say something?
Oh, he ugly.
Nah, go ahead. We can move forward.
All right, so
move forward.
All right, so now we got we're gonna move to the R&B. Well, yeah, I guess this is the R&B
let's
one.
move to the R&B
one.
Now,
y'all talking about language.
Hot 97 has it don't look shit like him, but Chris Brown, R. Kelly, Usher Raymond, and Michael Jackson.
Nah.
Now that shit, they gotta say within the last 30 years or some shit.
Now let me ask you a question: Is R&B soul? Is R&B and soul?
Yeah.
Right,
Usher shouldn't be on the list.
Yes.
Usher shouldn't be on the list.
Yeah. Usher shouldn't be on the list. Tell him T.
Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway. Come on, they definitely.
Smokey Robinson. Goddamn Jimmy Jam and goddamn Terry Lewis.
No, don't say producers and writers, dog.
Man, shit. Fucking Prince.
He just said shit.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real.
Fucking Prince, Michael Jackson. That's it. Just 2 niggas up there.
I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't like Prince like that. I don't like Prince like that.
Oh shit!
I get it.
I don't like Prince.
I like Prince, but I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, right? They say he's a musical genius. I've never seen.
He is.
I know Quincy Jones said he was average, but that's because they was beefing. But
yeah, I can't say shit about Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is fucking genius. I can't say shit about Quincy Jones.
I'm saying that I haven't seen Prince live. I heard he's a beast. I've heard a lot of his songs. I'm not saying he's not good at all. Like, no, he got some.
Prince the greatest, bro.
But overall,
Prince the greatest.
Yeah. So
he's the greatest, bro. He's the greatest.
Now, hold up, Trey. Is Michael Jackson?
And
are we gonna put him as R&B or pop?
Yeah.
Both. He's the king of pop. He's the king of pop. And R&B
in my life.
Lady in my life.
The king of
That's
R&B.
my favorite song. That's my favorite Michael Jackson song.
He really has though.
That's not true. He got.
But no, he got a bunch of ballads. He got like 30,000 ballads.
I'm talking about a whole lot of that. He don't got no damn 30,000.
Daddy, you just listen to the futures. If you just say that, you gotta listen to the futures.
That he has, yes,
that's all he need.
Lady in My Life is the one ballad that people would know. For
well, why can't
that's all I need to know?
All right, so hold on. So why can't
that he should be in the R&B?
Well, how come Usher can't be up there? Why can't Usher be up there?
Usher is 15 years old. That's why.
Honestly, once again, this is personal preference.
I like the list. I'm not
personal preference.
Hold on. I want to hear what Reed got to say. Why you say? What's up, Reed?
I mean, I was just saying it's. I mean, you can put whoever up here you want to, but Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is dope, man. Residuals, man.
I know. Usher.
Residuals, bro. God damn.
I can understand.
I can't listen to Residuals right now. I got a lot going on.
All right, so
if Chris Brown never had the incident,
but without the incident, hold on, Trey. So, but without the incident, you don't think Chris Brown?
If he never had the incident, he might be on this list because his career would have went in a totally different way. They would have kept the spotlight on him. He would have been in the mic mode because he was already in that pathway.
But he kind of still is.
He still is.
Yeah,
Chris Brown demands
the light has been off of him for years.
Yeah, the media won't shine on him, but he got arena tour coming up, and they geeking to go to the
bruh. Let me tell you something about this nigga Chris Brown. I mean, it's people that's not like. It's people of all races that just they love this dude.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm gonna speak for black people. We will love the shit out of you, right? Mm-hmm. Like we will give you chances. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just think that the purity of R&B, they can hear that shit in his voice, like when he does the ballads, like because that's pure. We don't have enough people that's out here right now making like pure R&B music. Even if we do, you got to go like search for it. It's a lot of great artists, but the radio is not playing it like that. You don't really see that videos, right? But but shout out to him though, man. He's doing his thing.
I'll say this.
He's doing his thing.
I'll say this. If I had to go catalog for catalog, I'd take Usher's music catalog over Chris Brown's.
Yeah, I would.
Now let's go to the rap joint. This is what they got. Oh my God!
Dylon.
Hot 97 has Notorious Big because they from New York.
There you go.
They got Pac. They got
Eminem.
They got Eminem. And they got Wayne.
Oh, Lord.
I know who y'all Joan is. I'm gonna tell you tease about Rushmore right now.
Listen,
Jay-Z, Nas. I don't know who else. I know Jay-Z and Nas.
Nah. Let me tell y'all E. E is motherfucking Slim Thug, T.I., motherfucking Juicy J, and motherfucking Nipsey, and Master P. And they got 5 people. No. He got 0. He put 0 on there. He got motherfucking
Trey the Truth.
He got that nigga Trey the Truth and a G to a T.
So tell me this: would y'all keep Eminem up there?
Nah.
No.
Personally, no.
No.
Not
up against those greats.
Would y'all keep Wayne up there?
Hell
no.
No.
That's like taking Chris Brown off the other one.
Yeah.
Would y'all keep Biggie up there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It depends.
Hell no.
On who the other people.
Would y'all keep
I love Big.
Off of 2 albums.
Would y'all keep Pac up there?
Pac up there. Yeah, I definitely keep Pac.
Pac is one of the most.
I feel like Nas do need to be in this. I feel
of course, Nas.
Hey, what you say it again?
I feel
I'm
like
about to mute you. Wait, the mute button.
Replace Wayne with Nas. For real.
Of course, that's number 1.
Nas need to be up there.
Number 1. That's number 1. Hey, I got some audio.
Hey, oh God,
hey, that's a dope. That's a dope joint.
If Nas needs to be updated, Jay-Z got to be updated.
Jay-Z,
No.
Pac,
Jay-Z and Nas.
Pac.
And one more.
Yeah, I put Pac up there.
You can put Face up
Cool
there.
G Rap. Cool G Rap.
I thought you were gonna say that shit.
What about Face?
Cool G Rap.
Face ain't
Cool G Rap. Yes, bro.
West Side Gun.
Cool G Rap.
West Side Gun.
So y'all
it's tears. It's tears. Joe Budden. He told Joe Budden. Joe Budden, you can be on there twice.
Now, I don't think we have we don't have As the Rec Room tonight, right? So
Donna, we got one?
No, not tonight. I'll talk to y'all about that. We got some fines to give out. Somebody paying. Now I'm talking shit. So I wanted to say this because I didn't say this I forgot on the last part. Well, I can play the music and say it. Hold on. All right.
Wrong.
All right. As y'all know, for the last few episodes, we've been having a free giveaway, and it was supposed to be who listens to 4 pods in a row, shares the pod. So far, we know who winning that, and that's we already know that Tata,
the infamous,
is getting the hoodie. So the episode is sponsored by Lonely Cloud Hoodie. And Tata, this is the well, you don't count. We got to count other people. I think your man been on twice, Trey. I can't think of his name, but
King James.
Yes, King James got 2 more episodes, and he gonna get a free hoodie, and then there'll be one more person who gets a free hoodie. So you can go to the Lonely Cloud website, which is down here, and you can check the hoodies out for yourself. And yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's still time to win the hoodie, and then whoever wins the hoodie, Don, you're gonna interview them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring them on. Don, you're gonna interview them, ask them some questions. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what's good with that.
That's dope.
Other than that, we don't have names to read. I'm so used to the
we got the infamous Tata, you know what I mean? That's it, that's all. You dig? And we got the clouds. We got the clouds in the chat. We definitely appreciate that.
For sure. We do this every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We also follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod. Follow us on TikTok at the Rec Room Pod. We should have some in-persons coming up soon, so look out for that.
Absolutely. Look out for that.
As I always say, everybody has a pod, but everybody isn't us. Till the next time.
Peace.
We out that thing.